What's going on, guys? Back again with another one. We're hanging out at the house today. Got a lot of things to take care of. I've done vacuuming, mopping, laundry, putting things away, putting things in the basement. You know, house life, it never ends. The kid is not feeling the greatest today, so taking care of her. She's upstairs just hanging out, watching a movie, relaxing in bed, as she would call it. So I had to get the snowblower out of here so I could, put it in the carport for when it does snow. It's ready and not buried, because my kayak does not fit in here, like perfectly straight like this one. It doesn't fit like that. I got to put it on an angle up there to down there. The snowblower was back there. It was just a pain. I have not even tackled the shed yet. That'll be a next spring, summer kind of deal. Probably looking like the same with majority of the fishing is going to be next summer, because the work, it just never stops. I still got boxes at the side of the shed because the recycling plant is only open Monday to Friday, 8 to 5, and I work Monday to Friday, 8 to 5. So I can never make it there. Even though it's 2 minutes from my house, I can never make it there on time. I did notice the dump is open on Saturdays, so I will be able to get like that old bed frame out, a couple other things there, junk. I will be able to get that there next weekend. We had company this weekend, so that put a damper on things, as far as getting out today. Yesterday was just horrendous weather. It was raining, snowing. It was like 40K winds. It was just ugly all around. So we just huddled in the house and chilled out. But so today I figured, since I had to get the kayak out of here to get the snowblower out of here, I'm gonna do an overview review of the kayak. Just the basics, not how I set it up or anything. If after this video you're interested in how I set up my kayak and how everything's run, just leave a comment in the bottom or something. Let me know, and I'll definitely get on that. It's gonna change, I think, how I set it up for certain trips that I do, because when I first started and I had my first kayak, which you guys never really saw, I was using the milk crate system, just one, and then I had two, and I kind of offsetted them so I could fit more things. And then I got this one, and I wanted to fit even more things for camping and things of that nature. I had a lot of big plans and stuff, so I bought the big box that you guys have probably noticed in the back, that yellow one with the milk crates, and I could fit a hell of a lot of things in there. But it comes down to when it comes time to go out and go fishing, it's a lot to pack up, it's a lot to get ready. So I think I'm gonna maybe go back to some sort of milk crate style. I don't know, just something easy for like day trips, where it's just in out. I don't have to like lug the big box and the truck's full of all this stuff that I don't use and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna go over the kayak pretty much as it is when you buy it, and just tell you what I think about it, my honest opinion, which is I love it. But there's a couple things I would change, maybe, and there might be things that I could already have done that I just don't know about to fix it. So anyways, let's just jump right into her. So this kayak is the Oldtown Predator pedal. I don't have the pedals in right now. I'll get the pedals, make it a little bit easier to visualize, and then you can see how they go in. So first, right off the bat, the pedal drive is very, very sturdy. I think the pedal drive itself weighs about 15 pounds, something like that. It's very solid, very sturdy. It doesn't seem like it's gonna break or anything like that. The prop, this is just the prop that comes with it. You can upgrade the prop to a bigger prop, more durable plastic, but to be 100% honest, I've hit rocks with this. You can see that little nick there. I've hit rocks with this, and it's obviously no worse for wear. So it's pretty stable. And to put it in, literally just drop her into place, and then lock, and she's in. And then you have the little lock system right there. You just pop it out of there, drop it down, lock it in again, and you're ready to rock. You have a waterproof, water resistant, we'll call it, storage container there. Put your cell phone and things like that. You have at the front, start up here, you have this. So this is where all my wires sit. My fish finder mount and the transducer is all hooked up. I just drop my battery box in here, plug it in, plug these into my fish finder, and you're ready to rock. It does come with this pouch where you can put a battery in if you wanted to run it that way. I run 2 batteries in parallel, so I get longer when it's fully charged. This would be good to keep an extra battery in. That's an idea I never thought of until right now, actually. But yeah, and the storage, I don't know if you can see, the storage literally goes from front to back. So if you wanted to like daisy chain things in there, you could. And this is waterproof as well, water resistant. Boom, it's locked. You have 2 plates here and here for you to mount things on. You can mount your fish finder here. You can mount rod holders. I mean, I wouldn't, because you know, it might get in the way of the pedals, but you can mount camera booms here, which I am going to do in the future once I get them. And then you have the same plates here for mounting purposes. As you obviously can see, I have a Scotty mount rod holder here just for an extra rod holder. I don't use it for trolling or anything like that, literally just to hold the rod. 2 storage pouches, you know, and I have things in there, obviously. Another one there. This is where my fish finder sits, another Scotty mount. It sits in there, and it, you know, articulates and whatever. So as you can see, the kind of cockpit here is very, very open, a lot of space, and it's fairly deep as well, which I like personally. And you got your seat here. All right, so you have the seat, very comfortable. I have no complaints about this seat at all. And the other thing about it, you know, the deck being so low, your seat is raised, so you are high. I'm pretty sure they have seats that will lift you up higher if that's how you like to be, which, you know, I wouldn't mind. Maybe personally, maybe another, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches higher out of the boat, just for, you know, when you're sitting and casting and standing and stuff like that. Probably make it a little bit easier. But standing is literally no issue in this. You can stand up as easily as you can stand up out of a chair. The boat is very stable. I've never once felt tippy or anything like that. In fact, the first day that we took them out, because my buddy Tyler has one, you've probably seen it in a few videos. The first day that we took them out ever, we took it out to Balsam Lake, and it was about like had to have been more than that. It was like 35, 40K wind steady. So we were going into like 2-foot waves straight on and sideways, and never once did I feel out of place, like I was gonna fall in, like, you know, it was too rocky. Which actually, that story brings me back to the pedal system. Going into those winds like that, we were doing 3 miles an hour, no problem. Now, as far as the winds in a kayak, anybody who's kayak, it's kind of difficult to hold your position sometimes, because your body and everything you have kind of acts as a sail, and you tend to twist and turn into the wind. But it's doable and it's possible, and it's completely safe. There's no issues as far as that goes. And when the pedals are down, kind of acts like a keel or whatever it's called, like in a sailboat, you know, to help you from tipping. Yeah, anyways, let's continue. So you got, you know, handles on either side. This is your rudder control in the back. back there. This is your rudder control, nice and handy. You have a paddle holder, which is great because the paddle literally just clips in there. You don't really even need this, but it's handy to put it on there. You have this. Oh, nice. Get a rack up there. Anyways, you have this, clips on there. You can put your paddle, a net, anything like that. Comes with 2 flush mount rod holders already installed. And if you're really tall, this can go all the way back for your legs. You know, that's a big deal. So if you're like 6'4", you could still kayak in this perfectly easily. You have another storage system here, right? You could put a lot of stuff in. I've done solo camping trips in this, and I put a big garbage bag in there and left the edges out, and I packed all my stuff into it and then closed the lid over it and locked it up. So the garbage bag was full of stuff, but it stayed in the middle of the kayak, so it was all out of the way and taken care of, but still all together, and I didn't lose it in the front or the back of the boat. Next, you have 2 more boards here to mount, rod holders or whatever the hell you want on there. Really, more camera mounts, which wouldn't be a bad idea. Don't watch this. This was an attempt at a camera mount because I was trying to be cheap, and it didn't really work out the way I planned. I mean, it wasn't a bad idea theoretically, lift it up, stick the pole in here. I had one of those clamps, pulls up, but it's a little, I don't know. It was just kind of a stupid idea, I guess. But it's on there for life now, adds character. And now back to the rudder. You just drop this off, and then you come around here, and this is how you raise and lower your rudder. See? Now obviously you have to use the rudder control to keep it straight, but there's that. And then the rudders obviously come to this. Oh, maybe it would help if I pointed the camera at what I was talking about. Anyways, so the rudder controls obviously control these cables. Now this is the thing that I would change if I could, or there's a way to adjust them, I don't know, but they're a little loose. I don't know if they have to be this loose for it to work, but I feel like they're a little too loose, because if you're fishing and you got some side waves coming in, they actually will turn the rudder on you if you don't have your hand on the controls. So I don't know if you can stiffen these up to kind of counteract that. I have no idea. I mean, I'm sure if I got, underneath, not underneath, but into the compartments and took a look, or took the actual rudder control off, maybe there's adjustments in there. I just have, I don't know, I don't really want to mess with that too much and then break it, but, the kayak itself is, I'm pretty sure it's just under 14 feet long. So it's a fairly big boat. Like, it's no little boat. It's this one in here, Sienna's kayak. This is 10 feet. And actually, it's the same size as my first kayak, lengthwise. But my kayak was only about, like, this wide. From here to here. It wasn't as wide as this. Like, hers is super wide, and it was super cheap. It's a Bass Pro brand. It's the Ascend D10T. They say you can stand in it. They say it's stable enough for you to stand in, but it's just a little difficult because your ass is literally right on the kayak. It's not like that where you're elevating your legs are already bent. I don't know. Anyways, and the width on this is 32 inches, I believe, something like that. It's like 32 or 36 inches wide. So, like, literally the kayak is so stable standing and in the wind and everything like that, that if you tipped and fell out, the kayak would tip, you would fall and the kayak would flip right back up, like upright. It would take a lot to physically flip it upside down. I think that's the way it feels anyways. Like I've had the only scare I've ever had in this kayak was I was drifting backwards with the current, fishing. Like the current was just pushing me backwards. I was fishing, and there was a big boulder underneath, and the pedals caught the boulder, and I fell backwards, but I landed right in the seat. That was the scariest moment I ever had in the kayak. Other than that, I've never, ever, ever once felt unsafe in it. So, there's that. Also, I forgot to mention, in the seat, you have a storage compartment here. You have storage underneath. The 2 storages there. You know, tons of room in the back for storage, right? Like that big yellow crate fits back here perfectly. And then I kind of just strap it down with this. 2 milk crates, 3 milk crates, whatever. You could fit the black pack. You could fit any number of things. You could customize it to fit in here and come over the edge. Whatever you want. Whatever you want, really. It also has, to show you, this kind of a keel guard or whatever. I don't know the terminology, but it's a guard. So when you're dragging it out of the water, pushing it in the water, or this drags over rocks, it kind of protects your back end here from damage and scratches and scuffs. I've also got it on the Sea Tug. Yes, the wheel is flat. Do not judge me. I have a compressor with the pump, but the piece is too fat to fit in there and actually pump up the tires, so I got to take it to like a gas station or something. I've just been too lazy. I love how it says on here, not for highway use. Like you would put this piece of fucking plastic on the highway. Anyways, this is not the greatest, if I'm being 100% honest. I mean, it works, it's useful, but the wheel system and the strap system is kind of shit. Like the straps will slip off. If I had it strapped how it is now over top and I went to go pull it, it would probably slip right off the thing. Oh, hold on, the kid's calling me. Yeah? Alright, sorry guys. Yeah, like I said, the kid's not feeling well. She got an earache, so had to go take care of business there for a second. What was I talking about now? The cart. Basically, I'm not a big, huge fan of it. They have a better Sea Tug cart out now where it's got bigger wheels that are solid, like not air. They're solid plastic with like a rubber tread around them. I don't know about their strapping systems, but they're a lot better. Now, it's, like I said before, it's not like I haven't gone fishing, or anything like that. I have gone. I went a couple weeks ago. I went out with a guy from work. We did, the pickerel walleye troll that he wanted to do for a while, and then I convinced him to hit some bays, and I hooked up with this largie right here. I'll just flash a picture on the screen. In a bay, came on a spinner bait. Also that day I had like 3 follows of pike. They weren't committing. They were just following it right to the boat. Turning around, we were short on time, so we couldn't really stay and dissect the situation. I'm sure we could have got plenty more fish to bite if we had the time to. I also went one day after work to the river right by my work, the Moira River. I got one little smallie. I'll flash a clip here. Yep, there we go. I knew it. Don't you love it when a plan comes together? I said, just a little smallie. We'll get that guy back. So, and then the rest, I got a bunch of nibbles, but they were all, around that same size anyways. I'm going to try to get out, still to go fishing, maybe next weekend or something, depends. There's a lot of chores, a lot of things that need to happen. It never ends, it never stops when you own a house. I'm learning. You've seen all the leaves everywhere. I bought a ton of bags for leaves. I filled them all, and I still had a pile of leaves, and leaves have still fallen. There's literally trees everywhere. This neighbor right here, fantastic guy. He actually came with his tractor and his leaf bag picker-upper thing, and he got most of the leaves around there, and he piled them back here so I could bagged them up and stuff like that, so that was a bonus for me. But yeah, other than that, that's life right now. I just want to make this quick video, put something out. I'm going to try to keep it semi-consistent, you know how it is. You know how life goes. I'm definitely going to get out ice fishing because the Bay of Quinte is right there, and there's probably some good ice fishing out there. So, yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Oh, and if you want to see how I rig this up, let me know in the comments. You can also follow me on Instagram if you want. Same as my YouTube channel, at Kanuk Yak Fishing. I'll leave it, somewhere here. And, yeah, catch y'all on the next one. Peace!